Well, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to Hanging with GZ. Well, I've been working all day and my wife's been texting me and stuff and says check the goats. Well, guess what? It's goat season. It's time to start having kids again. We're in December. We raise a lot of 4-H babies, so we have to kind of keep them in the barn, and it's kind of nice right today, though it's about 50 degrees here, but it's going to get cold. It's going to start raining tomorrow, so I gotta get things situated. But I thought I'd do a video because the goats are coming. I hear one in there. I hadn't really been in the barn yet. We're gonna go in there and we're gonna check it out, see what happened today. I had 4 babies when I left this morning, so we're gonna go see if we got any more. So come and go with me and we'll go in there. Well, ladies, I'm home. Gonna just go in there and let me in the barn. We're gonna go in here and see if we got any more babies today. Man, them things are going to explode. I'll show you one over here that I think's really going to explode. Look at the bag on that old gal. She's going to explode now. She's got enough milk for everybody. But she might have them tonight. She might have them tomorrow. So let's go in here and see what happened in the barn today. Get back, girl. One thing about goats, they get underneath your feet, your legs, and if they're like big pets or something, and it just ticks me off. Oh, there's a set of babies right there. Oh, them babies right there was here this morning. And then we had these other set of babies right over here. They was born yesterday, right here. They're doing real good. I went ahead and locked these up in a pen because them old does out there was kind of mean. I didn't want to get nothing smashed or stepped on, and I'll probably put up some panels after a bit and separate all these babies. Them babies are doing great. Oh, back here in the corner. Hey, we got 2 more. We got 2 more right here born today. Look at them. They're doing good. Oh, there's the afterbirth right there. So she had these not too long ago right here. And they're doing good. Standing up, look like they've sucked. So that's a good thing. Man, check the thickness out on this kid. He's only a day old. Man, that's a nice kid right there. It's a nice kid. Look at that kid. He's awesome. That there's a little bit smaller than that one, but boy, that's a big kid right there. That's a nice kid. What is that, a girl or a boy? Let's see if that's a girl or a boy. I'm getting too old, I can't bend over. Oh, we got us a boy right there. Got us a boy, and we got us another boy. Couple boys right there. There's a couple does in here that was born yesterday. Boy, they're nice too. So I've been raising these goats for, I don't know, I talked about it last night, probably 18, 20 years now. And you know, it's a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work, you know, and I'm getting older, and I try to run my business. My wife's got a job, a full-time job every day, you know, and kids ain't around here no more. We just got grandkids that, you know, they live with their mom and dads, and they come over and see us. It's just getting to be a lot of work, you know, and I'm getting old, or I'm getting older every day, and I'm just getting lazy in my old age. I don't feel like coming home and doing all this, you know, anymore. So we made a decision this year after the kids all born and it's all over with. I think we're going to sell out. So if any of you out there watching this video that want to get some good bloodline and pretty good bloodline, and you know, we try to keep some pretty good bloodline. We got some we got some grade goats, a couple grade goats, but you know, they are registered. We just never get papers on them. But we've got some papered goats here and a pretty good bloodline, and it all goes back to some really good bloodline. We had a cowboy buck. We called him Cowboy because we went to the Cowboy Classic and bought him in Oklahoma. But we've raised a lot of good goats out of this bloodline. You know, I've had several winners, you know, in fairs. And like I say, I had a winner in Tulsa State Fair one time, well, a couple years ago, and had some real good competition, you know, and I've had some good winners. But any of y'all out there interested in, boy, that baby's just tearing that mama plumb up. Boy, he's getting after it now. But anyway, y'all interested in some goats, you know, some good bloodline, you know, I'll make you a deal. You know, I'm even going to sell my chute, my working chute and everything. But a lot of people ask me, they've had a lot of trouble, with raising goats, and I've been in this for probably 18, 20 years, and I've had boar goats, and I know a lot of videos I watch, a lot of people's got Kinkos, and they don't have that much trouble with them, but I try to keep the boars and everything around, and I've had pretty good luck, and I'll tell you what I've done, my video, my past couple of videos ago, I posted, the family, we was working goats, and that's the most important thing. Keep your goats wormed. Do stool samples with your veterinarians, to make sure your goats are healthy, because they come to this time when they're having kids, they're going to stress out. Some of them stress out, and I got a doe out. I didn't show her to you yet, but she lost her babies the other day, but she had them like 2 weeks before, and I don't think they was quite mature yet, because one of them was kind of missing a little hair on his legs, and I don't know what the deal up was with that, but it happens, I mean, you get one or two out of the bunch, if you got a big herd, you'll have troubles, you might lose one, but we've did this so long, it's just part of life, but what I do, I vaccinate everything. I mean, year round, I keep everything kind of healthy, and I keep the worm problem down, and we CDT'd the other day before, been about a month ago, to get everything healthy, and we knew we was going to have kids. And another good thing, a most important thing is, let me turn my camera around and I'll show you. The most important thing is keep mineral out. A lot of people, they got goats, they don't keep mineral out. You got to keep mineral out. Them goats eat that mineral all the time, I'm constantly filling it up, and you can see these on YouTube, how to make them, but this is what I did. I took a sewer pipe, a 4-inch sewer pipe, put me a Y down here on the bottom, it comes out the bottom, and all you got to do is fill it right here. But you want to keep your mineral out. A lot of people don't put mineral out, but them goats has got to have mineral, and I've got mine running on pasture, and of course I do feed them a little bit in the evenings. I've got a special ration that we mixed, but mineral is the most important thing there is, especially when they're getting ready to have babies. Get them on that mineral 2 or 3 months beforehand, and you won't have no trouble. I mean, a lot of people might say, I have a lot of trouble, or they have a lot of trouble, but you do this long enough, you learn the tricks, and like I say, keep them vaccinated, keep them wormed, and keep mineral to them. Clean water, and everything goes pretty good. Here's a question somebody's going to ask me. Hey, somebody asked me the other day, they said they was in here and it was pretty cold, and this is just one of them 3-car carports, I throwed it up, because I need a place to have babies, and it works really good. And of course I put boards around the bottom, and I've got a little insulation behind them boards, what I had left over from a job site, but it blocks the wind off of them, down low. But anyway, somebody said to me the other day, they walked in here and they said, you only got 3 heat lights. Yes, I do. I got this one right here, hanging, and I've got one up here in the corner hanging, and I got one here. But what I do at night, if it's going to get cold and crappy outside, I'll get them all in here, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know, I need to maybe build some more pins. I got a lot of panels. I might build some more pins over here in the corner and start down this wall, but I'll just go over here and I'll shut this door up, close it up tight, and of course with the mamas and everything in here, they'll build their own heat, and as long as them babies are getting enough milk, we'll be fine. But it's been cold in here in the past years, and I had one gal, well, matter of fact, this is her right here. I kept her because she's good bloodline. See, the tips on her ears is burned off. They frosted off right there, and she was inside this barn, but hey, she survived, but she gets lost, they froze on that one ear. But anyway, I've kid in this barn for a long time, and I've just had about 3 heat lights in here, and somebody's going to ask me what this corner is with the hole in it. If I have to have a bottle baby or something, I usually put the bottle babies in here. I got a gate that goes on the end here, and I'll put a heat light down through that hole right there if they get back in there, and it kind of holds the heat. But that's kind of my cribbing area, if I got some bottle babies, and that's where I keep them. Well, let's go look at some other does. Here's a first time doe right here. It'd be her first time to have kids, but You know, a lot of people, they breed them right away. You know, I try to wait till they're 2 year old before I ever even get them bred, you know, and that's another trick of the trade, you know, what I've learned about the Boer goats. But that's a nice doe right there. We showed this doe at the Interstate Fair, and I was reserve champion on this doe right here, and she's going to be for sale. So if anybody's interested in her, you know, give me a call or leave me a comment down below, you know. But she goes back some good bloodline. She's thick. She's making a heck of a bag. Here's another doe out of that same bloodline that was red, and I had bought some goats out of Texas, and this doe's mother was, well, I called her Texas Mary, what I called her on her papers, but she goes back to Bon Jovi and some other good bloodline there. So if you're interested in any of these, make a comment below and we make connections. Well, anyway, there's the mamas right now that ain't had babies, you know. They're getting full. They're looking like they're going to explode, you know. So some of them could come tonight. So we're going to go out the other pasture right now and check the open does. And I've got the buck out there. I'll show you the picture of the daddy to these babies and kind of wrap it up. And we'll see what happens. And I'll do a follow-up after all the babies get here and let you know how many babies I had and what happened. So anyway, there's the daddy to this buck, or the buck to these babies that we're having. He's not even 2 years old yet. I believe he goes back to some Agnew breeding. So that doe, that's not a doe, you dummy. That buck right there is going to be for sale. So if anybody's interested on him, there he is. Looks like he's stolen some good babies. They're not too big. They're about right for birthing. So that buck is for sale. So anybody's interested, make a comment below and we'll make a connection and we'll go from there. But that is a nice buck right there. That's show quality right there. So here's an open doe that I've got. I got this doe from another guy. He wanted me to have her, so I hate to do this. I'm gonna find out that he don't want her back, but she is gonna be for sale, and she is thick. But the bad thing about it is I don't have no papers on this doe. But she does have tattoos in her ear, but it's probably too late to get any papers, and so I'm just going to sell her as a grade doe. But that buck is nice. He is awesome. So anybody's interested in a buck, here he is. What are you doing, baby? You don't want to think about them goats, do you? You don't want to think about them babies, do you? Huh? You don't want to think about all them babies out there crying, do you? She's kind of new at this. She's just a young dog here, but I don't think I've ever had any kids with her yet, so I hope she's good with them. She's half Commodore and Pyrenees. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up for the day. You know, I just wanted to let everybody know that OGZ's starting to have a bunch of kids out here, you know, and I shouldn't probably announce this, but like I said earlier, you know, we're going to get out of the goat business. You know, me and Mama's tired of coming out here at midnight every night or 10 o'clock, you know, and I have to run home and check goats. And of course, it's a good thing this week. I'm just working up the road. I got a project going on up there. I can run home, so it's pretty handy for me around noon. It's supposed to rain tomorrow night after midnight. Supposed to rain for 3 days, they're calling, you know, and boy, if it does that, it's going to be a nasty old thing around here, you know, and especially if it gets a little colder, you know. So I'll probably have to shut that barn up. And another thing is, you know, I have to keep the ammonia smell out of it. And that's kind of hard to do, you know, but I've did it so long, you know, I'll just have to get the old pitchfork and wheelbarrow and start cleaning, you know. That's the only bad thing you can do, you know. But anyway, we're going to get out of here and maybe sell some goats one of these days, you know, but another thing I want to talk to you about before I close, though, you know, is, you know, a lot of people, you know, might watch this video, you know, and they say, GZ, you're full of crap, you know, but I'm going to tell you what, you know, I try to make money at it. You know, I'm not in this for a hobby, you know, I'm in this as a farmer, trying to make some money, you know, and a lot of people, you know, that I know of, you know, they can pump a lot of money into these goats, and bottom line, you know, when it's all over with, are you making money? Are you making money? You know, that's the whole trick of the whole thing, you know. I want to make money at it, you know. I want to make at least enough money to pay for my feed, you know, to be ahead. Maybe pay myself a little labor, you know, but sometimes you just can't do that. Now, I don't know what the goat market is today, but the old goat market's holding pretty steady there, you know, so we'll see what happens anyway, and I'll get out of here, and I'll post another video here in a few days, and after all the babies get here, and let you know how it all turned out. Everybody having a good one.